and it is a brand new month. 1st of December, and you can see that I have my holiday hat on, just to kind of get into the mood, the spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty early already. I've been up for a few hours, so figured might as well get into it. Today also marks the first day of the Advent house, the holiday house, holiday Advent house. I don't know what to call it. Usually we call it Advent calendar, but it's not really a calendar because I don't have it numbered or anything. It's just a little house. So might as well go ahead and reveal the very first one. Again, these are just little goofy things that I've put together, kind of help count down the days to the main holiday. So I don't even know if it's right here. Hello, you two, Bones and Soccer Top. Good to see you guys. So you'll see that this is an item I've made before in the past with my Proto Toys Incorporated that I did. It was a winter plot I did for last year. I had some for the front, in front of the door. I had some giant candy canes, and people were really like, "Where do I get that decor?" And I was like, "You have to make it." Yes, I am, Bones. I had a pretty decent night's sleep, so I guess we went to bed kind of early because my son was sick, so we had gone to the doctor. I think it was like 9:30, and we were just trying to get him to bed. And I said, let's just turn in early ourselves. Normally I stay up to like 11 or so, but it's usually just kind of in the bed reading a book or something, just kind of trying to wind my mind down. But yesterday we hit it a little earlier, and I guess that caused me to get up earlier because I'd actually planned on sleeping in today since my son is not going into school this morning, but now my body just says, hey, you gotta get up. So anyway, this is just it's kind of hard to get really zoomed in. I took some screenshots of each one, so if you follow my Twitter account, you'll see some up close shots, but these are just soda cups. Because of the nature of how I've got this set up, the ones that I did for the winter plot last year, they were just sitting out. They were like, instead of pillars or something, I used the candy canes so you could see all the way around them, and you could clearly see the straws sticking out from the side. Well, because I'm able to kind of lay these a little into the roof here, I've kind of hidden the straws inside, so you don't see it as much. It's a little bit of a cleaner candy cane than I've made in the past. It's probably could be extended by one more cup, but I was afraid it was going to stick out the bottom of the window, so I just kind of left it kind of shortened. But I didn't want to make it too small because, the distance thing, the further away you get, the more the stuff kind of disappears, and so I just left it that size. Wow, making pizza at this hour. Fridays is our pizza night, so. Anyway, so that's our first little Advent house reveal, day one, the candy cane. It's a very typical kind of holiday item you would find in an Advent calendar. Like I said, some people do the Advent differently. Some use it for like just written little holiday wishes for their loved ones, or like I said, usually it's associated with kids. They'll have like different little chocolates behind each little door, or little cover or whatever. or sometimes it's like little bitty, little toys. It's kind of like being able to give a gift every day of the month to help count down towards the big day. Um, my folks, I don't remember them really getting into it that much, but with my boy, when I first started kind of uh, setting things up to kind of like try and start developing some family tradition for us, our little family, I decided to try and do this every year. Um, so it's just kind of become a thing that I put something together or have one around or something just to kind of even though he's kind of outgrown it, I still do it because I want to stay in the habit of doing something like that so that when I have grandkids, I can do that for them as well. So yeah, that was the big reveal for that. Like I said, not all of the items that are going to be uncovered are fanciful and nifty, but it's something different each day, so that's something. Let's see. First, I'm going to go into the ice skating rink. I did get a few more backpacks for my bench, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can finish that off. Today, though, I'm thinking we will do work on the other little interior room. Yeah, well, my folks never really were much for Christmas stuff. I mean, they kind of did some stuff when we were really small, but once we hit a certain age, they kind of just um, backed off of that. I guess the magic of it was gone because we kind of stopped uh, doing the whole wanting to go sit on Santa's lap at the mall or whatever pretty early on. So I guess they just decided. I think even for a short period of years, my folks didn't even put up a tree and stuff. Partly because we weren't around uh, when we moved overseas. It was kind of, uh, I guess they figured it was like pointless to do that because they're, like I said, they're not very um, into the celebration stuff. And it's like birthday; they don't even really do the birthday things. Uh, but I like doing it. My husband's not really big on it. He says, I'll tolerate you, having to do your shopping, having to do your baking, and wanting to decorate the house and stuff. He says, but don't expect me to get involved in it. Although I kind of suckered him into it over the weekend. He did help a little bit because we have just a few pictures hanging on the wall, and every now and then I'll just get into my head that I want to put wrapping paper over them, and I convinced him to do that for me this year. So he put some scrap paper over the pictures so that it's not that I don't like the picture showing, but I don't do like a full house. I can't get out of this. Like stuck. Let me just sort it out. I don't do the whole full house thing. My mother-in-law does that. She like decorates the bathrooms, the kitchen, the living room. I think if she could decorate the garage, she would do that too. So there's like all kinds of holiday knickknacks for every season. She has it for Easter and uh, Christmas, and even has one for like when it's the New Year. They have a lot of stuff, and I don't go all out that far, but I do like to decorate the living room because the living room is where we spend most of our time anyway. Um, So I tend to like, we have a big cabinet next to our dining table, and I usually have different kinds of knickknacks, like little things that my son's made, and other keepsakes that we've got there. And I usually clear all of that out and then just put Christmas, decorations up. And for like the pictures that hanging, rather than take them down, I just covered them up. Um, so yeah, I kind of get into it, but not. It's kind of a halfway. We don't have like Christmas lights outside or anything. We tried that a few years, and it was just a pain in the rear. I didn't want to be one of those that leaves up the lights all year round. So anyway, we're gonna work in this room, I think, and see if we can make some sense out of what's going on in here. I don't know if we will, but I'm gonna try. The idea I have is that this is kind of like an old beach shack with a little bit of a, oh, what do you call it, a pier or something coming out from it, and then have like maybe a little boat or something moored here. And you just kind of have to forget the corners and the lines and just pretend that this is like, part of this is going to be water, and then the rest of it is like going out to the horizon, if that makes sense. I'm going to put an extra light in here, see if we can get it not so gloomy. Because like I said, it seems that this room shares the same settings as the bunker house, but it doesn't show them except for the lighting, which is weird. So it's kind of gloomy in here. I'm gonna try and change that up a bit so that the Protos can have a kind of a summer feel in the middle of the winter season. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we'll give it a try. We'll see. So let's see. I guess what we'll focus on is the hut thing. So I'm thinking, probably need to extend this out or along here so that it's like a little boardwalk or something. We actually have some boardwalk pieces, but don't know. It's hard to see what shape they are because they're flat looking. That's just curved. I think that's just like a triangle piece. Don't want the lights or the, like, just want to, maybe this one. Yeah, I love decorating too, but I don't like to go overboard. Just because, one, I'm usually the one that's doing most of it. My son, for several years, would help with the tree, which I did get him to do that this year as well. We made an evening of it. But sometimes it's kind of, they're not always in the mood for it like I am. So I try to keep it fun and simple so that they don't get overwhelmed by it. I don't think they would like me doing like my mother-in-law does, 'cause she does quite a bit. Of course, she's had many more years to kind of collect a lot of the doodads as well. You always get these funky ornaments that either somebody gifts you or you just collect on your own. And of course, my son decided no funky ornaments this year. He's put his foot down and said we're going to have just normal ornaments, nothing weird. Like, what's weird about that? Just some of these you made, boy. like little handcrafted ones he's made in school and stuff. He's like, no, Mom, don't put those up. But okay, you're in charge. You decide what ones we're gonna use. I don't like the little bits that stick out. Is there any bit of that doesn't have those boards sticking out? And that one's got a piece of metal sticking out. Well, let's see what this looks like. I don't know. See, it's gonna be turned wrong, I think. We'll try it. I'll see if it works. Wow, that thing that's turned really weird. Okay, that's not gonna work. See, the way I need the boards turned, that doesn't. It's still gonna have the thingy sticking out. Ugh. Oh well. Let's just read that one. Okay, so maybe some posts or something will work. We'll come back to that in a bit. Next, I need to figure out something that I can use for sand, or you know, like a beach. We have to have some kind of sand stuff. So I thought maybe a hay pile would work, but I think that'll look too grassy. I don't want it being grassy. I just want like a sandy texture, so I'm thinking maybe some of the rocks will work. The surface of them will look kind of like sand. I don't want gray sand. I really prefer something brown. Thinking the sandstone will work. So let's put one of these down and see just how awkward this is going to be to work with. Excuse me. I'm gonna make it big, but it might be better if it's smaller, because then I can kind of yeah, it kind of is like soccer top, isn't it? We'll call him Sugar. Now I'm kind of sinking it in because I want it to look like it smoothly goes into the water there. Well, what language is it with the soccer? Is I just say soccer because it looks like soccer to me, but I know in Flemish it's soccer with a UI and not an O. Well, yeah, I got lucky. I mean, I had to add that the WildStar bit too, but well, then you know about that goat we were looking at the other day. The what was it called? The Galva goat or something. Somebody made one of those at their house plots. I'd never heard of it before, but apparently it's a big thing for you guys. With that rock all glowy, it's really hard to see the arrows. Again, I'm kind of keeping it smooth to the ground because I want it to, yeah, Galva. I don't know if I'm saying it right, I'm sure it's not. That accented A probably sounds a little different than what I'm saying, but it's got to be lower than the little boardwalk there, but it's also got to be up so that it's kinda something like that. We'll just set that in there. Jewel book. For Yule book. Jewel book. I don't think they have anything like that here. At least I've not seen it. Not that I really pay attention to most of that, but no, the thing I've been seeing a lot of is people fussing about the Zwarte Piet that they have in Holland. They have it here too in Belgium, but they've been fussing about that. It looks like pretty good sand, not too weird, I guess. Let's see, this one needs to. Like I said, I want it really smooth along the front. I don't want any kind of up bit like this. I don't want that, but I'll probably cover it up with just another bit. Making that noise. Now, I probably could have gotten away with just using one big stone. But I think it gives you a little bit more variety if you use it multiple, smaller ones and just change the size and angles and things like that. Can't see the blue arrow, just having to guess where it is. Let's see, do I mind that that's there? Try and find a good spot. Oops, I think I'm standing too close to it. Yeah, I'll have to do that one again. Try it again. Might have been because I didn't hit place decor. I have a bad habit of just clicking off onto the floor rather than using the buttons. And that can kind of make it mess up sometimes. Ugh, and see the arrows. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, is this little bit here. I'm just looking so that it looks a little smoother than all jaggedy. Okay, there we go. Copy this one. Just gonna fill in the gaps here. And we don't want to bring it out here, we're just gonna finish it off on this side a little bit. A little bit more right here. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. I haven't really given much thought as to how I might achieve it, but what would be really fun is if we could put some of that sand here and make it look as if it's actually going off into the distance and, you know, like the end of an island or something that we're on. I don't know if I can actually do that. We'll give it a shot, but I make no promises that it's actually going to pull off correctly. Just because of the nature of how the room is set up, and your eye might not follow along with the trick of it. Looking for a flat edge. Excuse me. Really hard to think about how in the world. Because even the lines on the stone will probably throw it off as well. Yeah, me too. It's a tricky thing. I know how I want to do it, but it's getting the pieces to cooperate and not. Because, like I said, I need it really flat, and I can't find a really flat part of it because it keeps. Oops. And if I get it flat, it's the wrong shape, and I don't know. It's a tough one to try and pull off. You wanted to kind of like go into a point at some point. I don't know. It's weird. We'll leave that there for now. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna look like what I'm wanting. It just looks flat to me. I've seen some really nifty like perspective and like optical illusion kind of tricks that people have done, but I for the life of me cannot figure out a clever way of doing it, because like I saw one where they made a bathroom, and on one end is a mirror supposedly of the bathroom, and they had a duplicate of the room extended through the where the mirror was supposed to be, so it looked like it was a mirrored image of the bathroom. The only thing that broke it was that when you went into the room, you obviously didn't see your own reflection of your character. But it was a really clever looking little arrangement. Um, it's just not something I can figure out. A hill or something at the end, like a sand hill or just like a regular hill. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, bones it would be, because basically you have to duplicate the thing. I've actually seen it in another place where they had like a mirror room, um, and it was duplicated more or less, and you couldn't get through the wall, because I think that was the first time it looked like there was glass in the game, and I was confused by the room for a little bit. I think it's the one that is the Alice in Wonderland house, and something that break the sand. Uh, I don't know, but it was really nifty. It's just I don't know how they did it. It was like you said, a lot of work. Let's see. Let's try this. Let me shrink this down quite a bit and try something else. Again, it's really tough to find a flat side. Thing is so. Yeah, I want that part on this side. I can't quite. I want like a small, narrow. There we go. I think that's what I want. Something like that. A little bigger and change the shape. I don't know, that looks a little weird because that's like super dark and the other isn't. Maybe that won't work. Ugh. Oh, it's got that other part. Can't decide what bit I want. Oh, for crying out loud. Turn it and it turns a different way than you want it to go. The rock hill thing. Are you talking about like the obsidian stuff? I'm not sure. Oops. Do one more, and this time we're going to make it really big, but I want. What do I want? Oh, that just went all wonky. Faded rocks use fish from places. Like a pier, because that's what this kind of is. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, does this thing have any kind of... There we go. I'm looking for that curve. A wave breaker. That doesn't even ring a bell to me. I'm horrible with terminology. Come on. Excuse me. I'm going to change this up a little bit. I can find the right arrows. Well, maybe not. I don't know if it really needs it. Hard to tell. I don't know if this is working, but I'm giving it a shot. For some reason, the little twirly gigs don't want to twirl. I don't know. Let me see. Wave breaker. What in the world is a wave breaker? What the? So it's just a big pile of rocks? So what, you're talking like something like straight across? Is that what you mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Moobot don't like the links. It's nothing personal, it's just Moobot doing his thing. Alright, just a second, let me... Okay, you wanting to put the breaker right in line with this weird sandy bit thing? You're talking about trying to break the water from the sky, right? Well, it would make... not sure I still get it. I'm horrible. I know. Let me, whoops. I want that. Need some, well, crud, I keep closing the windows. Maybe this will help if I put a little tree in the distance here. I don't know if that'll work. Well, unfortunately, I can't copy paste links from the chat, Soccer Top, but I appreciate it. I looked it up. It just looks like a big pile of rocks, but I don't know which way you're asking that I should. Are you talking like just straight across horizontally this way to kind of match the same here, or? You know, I don't know which way they're supposed to be in relation to the beach, because this is supposed to be the beach curving off into the distance. And this would be like all trees and grass and things, if that makes sense. So like, you know, as we get closer, not really literally closer, but like so, and then, and you know, I guess this really needs to be smaller than that. that making better sense here? Hard to tell because this isn't as curved as I'd like. It's kind of chunky there, but so you're talking right about here. What rock? You talking like maybe the obsidian? Because now I'm not going to be able to do that all the way around. I have to find a different way to kind of draw a line for the horizon. Because I don't want that, unless that's what you're saying, have that whole, I mean, is that what you're saying, like have the whole barrier all the way around the room? The rock? I'm so confused. We'll get it. So just along this one side. Well, how big should it be? I mean, I don't want it to look like there's weird mountainy bits here. And it doesn't look like really a pile of stones either. Hold on, let me try something else. Maybe I got like a ton of these things that I've been reluctant to sell because they cost renown to get, so maybe this will work better. Are you talking like that and then have that extend out so far? Hard to kind of figure out what it is you're talking about. Because I could extend that out. I got enough, even at this size. It should work all right. I just don't know in perspective to where we're standing, and supposedly it's really far down the beach. I don't know how big it should be and that kind of thing. Just trying to round off this curvy thing here. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to extend that out that way. No, you can't. Like I said, I don't know. I assume you're wanting it to go straight horizontal out. I just don't know how big it should be. I mean, is it like super huge? Is it narrow at the ends and it gets bigger? And what happens at the end? It just stops and that's it? I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen one of those, never heard of it, so. Does it not, does it start off in the middle and doesn't touch the point of where the sand goes in, out? White beach with red rocks next to misty mountains. White beach with red rocks. I see something that looks like a cliff kind of thing. It doesn't look like a man-made barrier though. I thought that's what this was, the wave breaker. Probably my googly thing is weird. You could private message me the link probably on Twitch. That would work. I have absolutely no idea what this is supposed to look like. It's like, what? It's more a cliff. Well, so not little piles of rocks. Okay. I don't know. Nature's pile of rocks. Hmm. Well, let's put these away then. I'm not sure what to put there. I was thinking just putting some like jungly greenery here to kind of fill this in and bring it to the point and leave that just as a sandy bit. Now for the horizon line, probably either another shade of blue or maybe even white, but I figure a blue would work best. Like the cliff. Well, I see some pictures of cliffs, but I just don't know. Let me see. So then I guess the obsidian would work best, right? Let's see. So you're talking like having it all the way to the wall here? I'm still not 100% on that. Got that one little bit that's sunk in. Anchors as far as what shows and what doesn't. I'm still trying to let my sand show. That's weird. Well, that's the thing. I don't really have a solid idea of what it is I'm doing. So I'm happy to take suggestions. It's just I am pretty clueless as to what it is you're trying to convey. That's all. Maybe I should turn this to something else because that's not cooperating at all. Hard to find a good spot where a lot of it shows and doesn't cover up what I've already put down. Come on, you Icarus little thing. I have no idea if this is even remotely close to what you were talking about, but whoops. I don't know if that's working right. Looks weird. Oh gosh. Oh. I mean, I kind of get what you're talking about, but kind of not. It's maybe these are too big, too small. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's try the bushes. Let's see what we got. Need some stuff that's jungly looking. Leave that down. Maybe one of those. Might even try some of that. Trick is finding the stuff that'll show, but still kind of remain a little bit flat. But you want some greenery and stuff, I think. Maybe that would be better in the background, since it's kind of on the dark side. Fortunately, I don't know if are the ferns purchasable? Yes, they are. Awesome. Okay. Don't know if this is going to work because it's, you know, so light and ivy-ish, but we're going to try it anyway. For those working on holiday decorations stuff, this works great for garland and stuff. Just trying to break it up so it's looks jungly out there, sort of, kind of, maybe. May not work exactly, but just trying to put in some different things. But I don't want to cover up all my trees and stuff. I'm just trying to lay down a bit of green. Think that'll work? I don't know. It's just... I think some of my tree sizes are a little off. Is that too small? That looks too small. Maybe this one a little bit bigger. Need to turn them differently too, just so that they're not all facing the same way. That one's kind of hidden in, let's see. Look at it from a distance here. Kinda getting the feeling, sort of. So I do one of these. Pop a little bit of light color in there. To bring that tree forward as well. And with this one. Don't want them getting lost in all that grassy stuff. I'm even going to turn this one a little bit that way. So they're not all straight up and down. Need a little bit more around in here, I think. So, okay. And one more maybe. If I can get it to move. Shrink that a bit. Maybe one more. There we go. Something like that. So I need to think about the horizon line where the water and the sky meet. What kind of color would work best for that? I don't know if I've got anything blue. I think all the shirts and things I had, well, no, I got a couple. I don't know if those will work. We'll try it and see what it looks like. I don't know if we want a lighter blue or a darker blue. I think darker would probably work best, but we'll have to see what it comes out. I'm not sure if it's going to be dark enough in contrast to the blue that's already on the wall. Now I want it to be a nice line, which doesn't look like that's going to be. On the other edge. It's going to be wobbly too. Maybe the folded end. Gonna have to really size that up. That might be too big. I don't think that's going to be thin enough. Yeah, blue book would probably work. You're right. Let's see. And cheaper too, because the folded shirts don't come very easily. Let's see what kind of book we got. Brown, yellow. I think I used them all up in that other project of mine. See, that's why you guys are handy. Come up with these nifty ideas. Let's see, maybe the dark side. Oops, okay, instead of enlarging it. Oh, started moving there. The idea was so good, my character got excited and decided, hey. Let me just straighten it up a little bit before we get going. I don't think this wall is exactly flat perfectly, so it's a little off. That look about thin enough? I think it looks alright, sorta. Just gotta make sure it looks straight. We don't want a crooked horizon there. See, that looks weird. It looks like the rock is floating. Let me change this up a bit. Okay, so it's like there's some kind of weird rock formation thingy going on over there. We'll leave it for now. Is that too pronounced? Do you think it should be a little thinner? And tuck it in just a little bit more where it's like barely showing. That looks a little better, I guess. Now we need that going all the way around. Now if I can get it just about the same. Like a fine hair of something. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll work with it for now, and if it doesn't pan out, we'll adjust it later. Apparently my horizon is kind of crooked or something. It keeps changing elevation a little bit. It looks like it's like going down, doesn't it? I guess it's even. I don't know. It's probably not. Because apparently the book is a little slanty or something. I don't want to go in very well. Why is this one all uncooperative? I'm sure it's probably the contour of this wall itself is not exactly flat. In fact, I'm pretty confident that's the case, but messing up my book line. Main thing. I don't know, maybe that's too thin. I just don't want it to be like really strongly pronounced. I don't know. Maybe it's just oh, for crying out loud. Stressing so much, my hand's starting to hurt. I'm holding that mouse just so carefully, trying to get it to work right. See here, when I'm up close, it doesn't look, well, I don't know, it kind of looks jaggedy anyway, doesn't it? And that looks crooked. Look at that. So messed up. I'm afraid to resize the book though to make it one big long line across the back, because then maybe the line would be too thick and I can't get it the right width or something. Okay, one more for this wall, I think. And then one or two for this one. See, that doesn't looks crooked. Ah. Yeah, the decor is just not cooperating. It is being mean and cruel and rude. See, whatever I did on the other side, I'm likely going to have to do up here too, which is, no, I don't want to do it. I obviously don't want to use the same little scene, but it's going to have to be somewhat similar, I think. So there's one side. Just have to ignore the weird shapes on the blue. Just pretend it's some clouds with strange straight edges and things like that. So there's the horizon line. So I thought about maybe putting in some sailboats in the distance, or maybe a few islands or something in the distance as well. I don't know how we're going to do that. Don't know if we're even going to leave the sun. I just wanted some extra light in here for one, because it looked so dismal and yuck. Because I can't change the sky in here because it'll change, I mean the lighting in here, because it'll change what's in the bunker house. So I have to just deal with it. I may end up putting a few more of these lights on the ends to kind of brighten them up too. It'll just look a little sunny hazy kind of thing. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see about maybe making a little, since this is supposed to be like the little Protostar vacation spot, we're going to put some Protostar guys. I'm going to have one, he's going to be sunning on the beach, and another one maybe with a parasol. Maybe a couple of them out in the water having some fun with a beach ball or something. And maybe one even fishing off the side here just for sport, for fun. Something like that. Just some ideas I have in my head. Whether or not they actually get done is another thing. Anyway, I think we're going to call it for today. I thank you guys for dropping in. Yeah, it does. It works good for that. For the sun. I just don't know if I want it that big and in that particular position. Or if I want to add some kind of goofy little flary bits on it. You know, make it like a cartoony version of a beach. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping in. I hope you enjoyed this little brainstorming attempt at a beach. Again, we'll be unveiling window number 2 tomorrow. And we'll just continue on that way for the next several weeks until they're all revealed. The only thing is, on the days that I'm on the weekend, I'll probably tweet the pictures for them, but I won't be streaming their opening since I don't stream on the weekends or anything. But for sure, on the days that I do stream, that'll be the first thing we do when I pop on Twitch. Is we'll come and open one of the windows. I'd actually wanted to have the windows open kind of a little wider, but because of the spacing, it would actually cover up the one before it, so I'm having to keep them sort of straight. I don't know if it's really straight, but that's kind of why. And of course, these windows are kind of clunky anyway. Kind of sink in when you open them. It doesn't function exactly proper, but we'll see. So it's something to look forward to, even if they are kind of goofy and poorly made little deals. Maybe you'll have fun trying to figure out what they are. Like I said, I'll be posting all of the images on Twitter, and I probably will even do that in the forums as well, for those that don't actually watch the show at all. This thing's got a big old clump of something in there. Anyway, thank you for dropping in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.